Europe, UK, they respect you a lot. If you're a model, they treat you like so well, and they do everything like they treat you like a model, not unlike India. Like so many Bollywood actors, Hrithik Roshan, they all commented on that video, and it was going viral. You cannot eat properly. I mean, people in this modeling industry, they don't eat for a week before the fashion week, but I think that this is not good for them.
So I will start with my first question, which is basically, regarding, the fact that everything started with you talking about the fact that you faced rejection.
Yeah.
And, you mentioned that you were once told you could never be a Louis Vuitton model.
Yeah.
Can you take us back to that moment? Do you remember who said that to you and how did it impact you at the time?
No, when I was in college, it's all started when it's all started from college. Like I used to be in college in first year, and I started college fashion show, which is inter college department college fashion show. They used to do in several college events. So I started participating in that just because I was 6 foot tall, 6 foot tall, and then the guy from the college fashion show, he took me in the fashion show. But the other guys who were in the fashion shows, they were like, why not me? Why not him? Why him? Why not me? Because I was 6 foot tall and they're like 5'8" or something, just because of height. Because they need height in this fashion shows, and just because I have this long hair, and in India they have something also like skin tone. They bully you a lot on your skin tones and everything. So I mean, I can't say a specific name, but there was some guys who bully everyone in college and everything. So they used to be like, no, you cannot be a fashion show model. You cannot do this college fashion show model. And then I met one guy in college. He used to be a model, and I asked him how to do it professionally, how to do it. I started taking things seriously after uh, 1 month, like because they used to bully me a lot after in college, like why he is in the fashion show, why we are not in the fashion show, why he is getting everything, why I'm not getting everything, and you cannot do it. And then after a 1 month, they even asked me to not to do this fashion show from college, and they then I left this college fashion show, and then I started professional modeling. And then after 3 months, I started international modeling, and then things just went out. So it's not
Amazing.
particular someone who said it. It's like a group of people from the college. They used to bully, and that hits me a lot. Like the people, why I cannot be. They used to troll me on the skin as well and my hair as well. So it's like, why not to come out from that and do something?
So that must have really affected you, all that bullying at such a young age.
Yeah, correct.
How
I
did
was
it?
19 years old 18 years old that time.
Yeah, and how did that affect you mentally? Did you feel that your self-esteem was at an all-time low, or did you feel that okay, I'm going to take this and turn it into something beautiful and become successful and show these people
Yeah,
that I'm much more than what they see?
like if you can see, like a guy can take this thing, this bully thing, in a two ways. Like someone can think like it's okay, I think they are saying correct, I cannot do this, I'm not good for this, I'm never meant for this, I focus on studies, I do something else. But a second perspective is like something, no, I will make them, I'll prove them wrong, I'll do something, maybe there is something, I believe myself and I am confident about that I'm gonna do something big in this life. So I believe that thing, like I will do it and I'm gonna do it. And after 2 years, I did like these things. So I learned as a second perspective to do this. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I mean I'm not great at studies. I'm just average, but yeah.
Yeah. Uh, was there a specific moment or experience that changed your mindset and made you believe that you could achieve this dream when you were young?
Oh. Yeah, when I was young, like when the first job I did as a model, it was for West Side. You know that in Mumbai, and there's a West Side store. So I shot for them for the first time when I started modeling, like a professional modeling. So I saw my pictures out on the shopping malls and everywhere, and I was like, yeah. And at that moment when I saw my pictures in every part of Mumbai and even everywhere I went, Bangalore and everywhere, and I saw my picture and I was like, yeah, if I can do this, then I can do much better. So that was just like a small start, like I saw in my thing. Like it's just a small start. Why don't I put myself more in this, and I put more efforts to know about this thing? And there is so many misconception of modeling in India as well, because we cannot be a model, you have to do this and this. And There are so much nepotism as well. Like I don't know about the modeling, but Bollywood as well. So that's why I worked 6 months in India, and after that I came international modeling. And international modeling, as compared to India and Europe, UK, they respect you a lot. If you're a model, they treat you like so well, and they do everything like they treat you like a model, not unlike India. I mean, India is a good if you see other parts.
Beautiful. So like you mentioned, there's a difference between how you were treated in India versus how you're being treated in Europe and all these other countries that you're
Mm.
now visiting as a model.
Mm.
Can you recall a certain moment that really affected you when you were
Mm.
modeling in India, where someone said something, or you overheard someone, saying something about you or putting you down? Like,
Okay.
were there any instances?
There's not it's such a movement, but I have heard from so many people like who used to do in modeling in India from last 5 to 6 years. So if you'll in India, if you'll be an international model, if you did something big in a less time, so they treat you as a different person. And if a same guy is doing a modeling in India from last 5 to 6 years, he has a better experience than me, but he has been treated as a different person. But if you did something big as an international market, and Indian people just think like that. Like if someone has did something big out of India and went out, even I'm not saying, I'm just being very honest about this. If I did one or two job, if it's not in India, abroad jobs, and if I come back to India and do the same job, they will treat me a different person because I have done an international modeling.
Yeah, that's very interesting actually. So let's come back to your video, right? The reel
Okay.
that went viral. Um,
Mhm.
your transformation video has millions of views. And what was your reaction when it started going viral, and how has it changed your life and even your career?
That video is like I don't know. I just posted that video a week ago, and I made it. I was not gonna post it because I thought I will post it in some time. But I thought let's post it. It's okay. And I asked my manager, should I post this? She's like, it's okay, you can do it. Let's see. And I posted that video. Like so many Bollywood actors, Hrithik Roshan, they all commented on that video, and it was going viral. And my Instagram followers was like 15,000 before, and now it's 103K followers I have right now, and everything is like crazy. I got my there's a page called models.com, which is only for models. You have to do so like three models.verify job to be on that page. I got verification on that page because of this social media thing, and I got the hot list of models.com. And there's so many things happened after that video. I mean, so I got so many people covered from my news, everything, and yeah.
Yeah, it must be quite overwhelming, but also very exciting at the same time that you're getting all this attention, after so much hard work and after going through so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, because once my like I thought there's a you just have keep you just have to do this work until there's a one point that everything's gonna change. And I think this was the point, like something this leveled up from here to here, and have
Beautiful.
to do more hard work to level up more.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Such an amazing story, and it also tells you a lot about the power of social media in
yeah,
this
correct.
age. So obviously we'll come to your LV fashion show now.
Hmm.
What was it like preparing for the Louis Vuitton show? Can you share any memorable behind the scenes moments, whether it was an interaction with a designer or a last minute challenge or something unexpected that you came across?
Yeah, because I'll share you like because the fashion shows that happens at the Paris Fashion Week, it says with the pre-casting, main casting, fittings, and then they have a show. It's like four things you have to do for everything, and then they confirm you for the show. So I was in Milan. There's a Milan Fashion Week. I was doing Milan and Paris both at the same time. So I have to keep traveling Milan, Paris, and just because there was my passport was an embassy. Because I wanted to apply the UK visa, so I have to take a bus from Milan to Paris, which is 12-hour overnight bus, and I have to reach to the LV headquarters by 10 a.m. And that was the hardest part. I did that four times from Milan to Paris in 12 hour in bus, just because I didn't have a passport, so I cannot take a flight. That's why that was the hardest part not the hardest part. That was the part I felt it 12 hour in bus from Milan to Paris, and then go and be. You have to look perfect, right? Because it's a fashion show. You cannot. They don't know where are you coming from. You just have to be perfect when you reach there. So have to maintain that and have to be in perfect, good looking, as they want. And then they do fittings, then they do pre-casting, then they and in fittings also you have to be properly like you can't do anything like you can say like just because I haven't slept I have this dark circles or something. You have no excuses, you have to be perfect for them. So
Yeah.
for maintaining them, that was something I did.
Wow, that's such a challenge being a model, having to juggle so much and also having to
Yeah,
look good at the same time. Uh, I wonder how you do it, but I guess it's the nature of the
because I was
industry.
working for a show in Milan
Yeah.
Fashion Week. I worked for some this brand called Sol Nash, and next morning I have the same day I have to left to for the night bus, which was by 12 a.m. and I have to reach the LV headquarters by 10 a.m. and the bus was for 12 hours, and I reached there by 10:30. You have to be on time, so I have to manage the show as well, and then I have to go back there, and it was just like
Wow.
that.
So fashion has long been criticized for rigid beauty standards. You have to,
Hmm.
look good at all times. Did you ever feel pressure to fit into a certain mold? And how did you stay true to yourself despite all these industry expectations?
Yeah, they just because I have a good facial section. They just need to be. You have to be tall. You have to be look good. You have to be in shape. You cannot eat anything like that. Like the worst part of modeling, it's like you cannot eat anything. You cannot eat so much food because I love to eat. People in India, they love to eat. They everything and they eat carbs and they eat so much because Indian diet doesn't have protein. So if you eat Indian food, you'll get fat. You'll not get much. So I have to be on diet. I cannot eat like a normal people. That was a thing I have to keep in mind, and I have to take care of my skin because you know how in Mumbai is like Mumbai got traffic and everything. You cannot go out, and your skin is like the worst after a week if you spend in Mumbai without mask and sunscreen. You have to take care of your skin, and the this is the only thing like you cannot eat properly. I mean, people in this modeling industry they don't eat for a week before the fashion week, but I think that this is not good for them. They should eat little. I mean, yeah, just because they wanted to do it. They don't eat. I saw people fainting in fashion shows just because they haven't eaten anything to fit in that clothes. Yeah,
So, do you ever feel the pressure to do the same? Like you said, a lot of people
yeah. I
push
think I'm
themselves too
young
hard. Have you
and
ever pushed
I have
yourself?
a I think I'm young and I have a good metabolism, so I don't think so. I've ever forced to be do something. I think I'm kind of lucky in this. I think
Amazing.
I've never faced. Maybe I will face in future. Then maybe I'll tell
Hopefully
you. But
not. Let's hope
hopefully
not.
not. Yeah.
So celebrities like Hrithik Roshan and Nargis Fakhri have celebrated your
Ish.
success. Did you hear from them directly, and what does it mean for you to receive such recognition?
No, I just got their comment and I replied to them. And I first of all, though, I cannot believe. I just went through my comments and I was like, "Is this for real? Is this not a fake account?" And I cannot believe that they appreciated what I did and what I'm gonna do. And for me, it was like kind of unreal. And I still cannot believe. I still go to my Instagram page and I saw that reel, and I still go to the comment section. I was like, it's. I cannot believe that it happened, and they are for real, and they did it. And not of them. After that, there are so many actors, and they DM me, and I said thank you to as well. And there are so many. I mean, you cannot see my DMs probably because
Yeah.
in after the comments they sent me DMs and they sent me
Also,
a picture of
message to you.
uh, message me. They said you're doing great for India as well, and it really means me a lot. Like it really gives me a more power, like more motivation to work hard and do more great things, represent India more.
Wow.
This is
Uh,
what happens when Indians support Indians.
agreed, agreed.
Yeah.
Now that you worked for Louis Vuitton and worked with other, major brands, what's next for you? Are there any dream collaborations or campaigns you hope to be part of?
Dream collaboration. No, like there's a one thing like if I told you right the models.com, which is basically it's a Facebook for models. Like you have to be featured. So there's a top 50 list every year comes of the model. So I have to be in the top 50 model of the year in that list. That was is this year I have dreamed of.
So that's your goal for this year.
Yeah,
Let's hope that comes true.
yeah. It
um,
will.
Many young people, especially in India, also dream of a career in fashion, but obviously get discouraged by rejection. Like you
Hmm.
said, our society has placed so much weightage on skin color and looking a certain way because that's what we see on, social media or even films and television ads. What advice would you give
Yeah.
to someone facing similar struggles as you did when you were first starting out as a model?
Because I was before I was fat as well. I was not, it's not only skin color. I was fat as well. So you just have to keep learning things about how you can improve. Uh, just keep changing your style. Be fit, and do your best. I mean, how do I say that? Because for me, it was uh, that because I got the agency which is Mumbai based, the non models. So they helped me with everything after I got the agency. So they helped me how to keep my hair, how to be in. So basically, you just have to be in shape and do your best, and you have to be clarified like what kind of a job you wanna do in fashion. You have to be a fashion model. You have to be a fashion designer, and if you are clear with that, like I have to be a fashion designer, so you know what you are gonna do. You know, I have to be a fashion designer, so I have to do this. I have to learn about fashion. I have to learn about designs. So you just have to clear about one thing. You cannot be like I cannot. I can be a fashion model. I can be a fashion designer. You cannot be confused. If you're confused, you cannot do anything. You just have to be clear for one thing. Like I have to do this, and if you will fit in this, like for model, you have to be 6 feet tall, and you have to be skinny. If you cannot, if you are not 6 foot tall, then you cannot be a model. You cannot be you can be a commercial model. You cannot be a fashion model. So you have to clear that.
Yeah, yeah.
You just don't have to be confused. Like, but I'm 5'8", I'm 5'2", but I have to be. I want to be a fashion model. You cannot. Like, there's something.
So
You can
basically,
be a
some
commercial
sort of
model.
research has to go behind it before you decide to
Yeah,
do something, right? Like you
just
have to
have
be
to
very
search.
clear. Okay, these are the criteria, and I have to meet all these criteria.
Yeah, if you don't meet, there are some other things in fashion as well. You can be a commercial model. You can be a fitness model. You can be a fashion designer. You can be something else. If you love fashion, there's so many things.
Perfect. So, something that I'm very curious about, Deepak, is your childhood and whether your parents were, okay with you pursuing a career in modeling. Because right now we're speaking of people who aspire to become models. There are so many men and women in India today who want to be models but may not have that necessary support that they're getting from their family because society does not view modeling as a
Yeah, yeah.
career that
Career,
could be
stable
possible.
career.
Exactly. So what like can you tell us about your parents and how you sort of navigated or whether you faced any struggles and what
You
advice
know,
would you give to those who are facing those struggles as well?
I'll tell you, it's kind of a funny story because when I started modeling when I was in college. So after 3 months when I started modeling, I didn't tell my parents that I'm doing it. I kept in between, like I was going to the practicals, I was going to the lectures, and after the lectures, I was going to the jobs. I was practicing the posing. I was doing everything in these 3 months, and then after 3 months, I did that job for Westside. And I remember I saw my banner as well, and my dad saw that banner as well, and he took a picture. He showed it to me. Till that time, my dad didn't know that I work as a model. And after that picture, he's like, he kind of looks like you. Is that you? And I was kept quiet. I was like, who? And then he showed me that picture, and I was like, yeah, this is me. And like, when did you did this? When did this happen? When I was like, is this a college fashion show? So, but my dad knows, of course, it's not a college fashion show. So he's like, no, you work as a model or do you do something like that? So I was like, yeah, I work as a model. I started 1 week ago. I was about to tell you, but I didn't get time. I was in college practicals and everything. And then after he showed my picture to my mom as well, and she was so happy. I was like, "Yeah, you're in mall." And my mom's friends, she kept sending pictures of my from the mall. So I'm trying to say, it's like you have to do something in a small way to prove your parents by that they push you even more harder, more than you. So you just have to prove yourself just a little bit. Like you just have to prove a small part. By that they trust you. Like yeah, there is something that my son he can do, and they believe you the most. I don't know if people know, your mom and dad they believe you the most. You just have to show them little bit like yeah I can do it, and if you can show that, then they will support you like nobody can.
Wow, that's a wonderful answer. Um, Beyond modeling, how has this journey changed you as a person? Do you see yourself exploring other creative fields such as acting or any sort of entrepreneurship in the future?
Yeah, but right now I'm thinking about it, but I'm not right now. I'm just clear about this. Like I have to do this as my thing. But yeah, back end like there are so many things which is going on. Like I keep there's a note whenever something comes in my mind. Like I wanna do this, I wanna do this. I keep in that notes, and I like go through that notes every month. Like what I have done, what I wanna do, and what is going on. So I just I just don't confuse myself. If you are confused, like just write it down and keep it with you. And when you're confused, when you're not getting what to do, what not to do, just go through that notes. You will be clear. So you will there's nothing goes in your head. Like your head will be clear all the time. You just have to be focused in one thing. And if you're done with one thing, just go through that notes. I'll just go through that notes. That's like yeah, this left. I will do this. Yeah, this is also I've written. I'm trying to do this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So confusion is the thing. Like it can overthinking and confusion that waste most of the time. Like people keep overthinking and don't take actions. It's better than take actions or thinking about it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much